Hello everyone, I hope that school's going well. I'm so glad to be here again with you, and we're going to make another craft today. I hope that you guys can make this craft at home. It's very simple materials that you have. So what we are making today is a bookmark. You see this little cute puppy? And let me just tell you a little bit about this book. Over the summer, some of my 5th and 6th graders read this book together. We had a book club over the summer, and this book is really, really good. It was really interesting, and there is like 5 or 6 other books from the Wing Feather saga. So if you guys want to read this, I really recommend this book. We had a lot of fun reading it. So like I said, today we're going to be making a bookmark. And this is what it looks like. So it's really cute, and you can use this at your school, in your textbooks or in your notebooks, whatever you want. It'll be a fun little friend to help you read your stuff, your textbooks and your homework, your notebooks, whatever it is. So let's get started. And to make this bookmark, you are going to need a piece of cardstock. And cardstock is just like paper, but it's a little thicker. And you can make it white like I did. You're going to need a piece of white cardstock for the puppy face. And the bottom you can do a different color if you want. So I'm going to show you how I did this. You're also going to need some brown paper, a little piece of brown paper. I did not have regular brown paper, so I'm using this vinyl that I had. You can make it another color if you want. And you're going to need glue, a black Sharpie, a red pen or marker, and a pencil. And I'm also using these little stickers to put my name on it at the end, so I'll show you how to do that. So this is what I did. I grabbed a piece of cardstock and I kind of measured out what the size that I wanted this to be. So pretty much about 2 inches wide and about 7 inches going down, or 6.5, whatever you want to make it, the size you want to make it. And I also drew a stencil on regular paper, and I drew a little U shape like this for the arms, so that way they could be the same. And I also drew a little ear for our puppy that we can use to cut out and use the brown paper or the brown vinyl that I'm using. So I'm going to show you how I made it. The first thing you're going to do is to cut out your shape for the bookmarker or bookmark. And I'm just going to trace this one that I already had on my yellow cardstock, and I'm going to use a pencil to trace it, and then I am going to cut it. I don't know if you guys have a lot of books that you are required to read in your school year, but this little friend can help you guys read. So now that I have my bookmarker cut out, this is what we're going to do. You're going to take a piece of white cardstock and you are going to cut this little shape that is almost like a U, and this is going to be the head of our puppy. Okay, and it's white because I wanted my puppy to be white with brown ears and brown legs, I guess, and a brown spot on the face. So I cut out this shape, and this is what's going to go in the top over here. So what you're going to do now that you have your white shape is you're going to put it down, and you're going to trace these little corners so that you can cut them. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to take my scissors and cut them. That way they can both be the same shape. All right, so we are going to put this one aside, and now we're going to move on to trace the arms and the puppy ears. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my stencil and put it on top of my brown vinyl or brown paper, whatever you guys want to use that you have, and I'm going to trace it. Okay. Now, this might seem like a little extra step that we're going to take because we're going to glue this or stick it onto a white piece of cardboard so it can be thicker and it can help you hold the pages in place. So I'm going to trace 2. Okay, here we go. We have 1, 2 for the arms or the legs. And then I'm going to take the dog ear stencil that I made and I'm going to trace 1 this way. I'm going to trace it there. And then for the other side, you're going to have to flip it over, okay? So make sure you don't cut them the same way unless your paper is brown on both sides, then it doesn't matter. But like mine that's only brown on one side, I need to flip it. So I would have the 2, is it legs, guys, or arms? Arms, and the 2 ears. So now what I'm going to do is cut those out. That one was easy to cut. Cut that one, and then cut the shape. Way down, so I have 1, and then the other one. Just cut it in shape. 1, 2, and then I'm going to cut the 2 ears. So this puppy kind of looks like Kiwi's ears. And you can just hand draw the ears. Doesn't matter. They don't have to be perfect. So we are cutting them. That's 1. And then here is the other one. Okay, so now let me move out all the pieces that I am not going to use. Move them over here for now. Okay, this is what we're going to do now because I want my arms and the ears to be thick enough. I'm going to glue this, or in my case, peel it and stick it onto some cardboard to make it stronger. Okay, if you're using regular brown paper, construction paper, or just any brown paper, you also need to do this so that it's thicker and it can hold the pages in place. So that means that we're going to stick them on and we're going to cut them again. I know it's a lot of work, but we just want our little buddy to be strong and be able to hold all the pages in place and be stronger to hold up. And this is where it gets tough because this is like sticker and I always have a hard time trying to peel it from here. Wait, this is hard. So guys, how is it going at school? I mean, online learning, how is that? I kind of know what it's like because I'm doing work online too. I'm working from home. And honestly, sometimes I get very tired of being on the computer all day long. So here's one ear. It took a long time to peel from this. Let's see if this one's a little faster. It doesn't seem like it wants to cooperate, guys. All right, there we go. Okay, so ear number 2. I don't need these anymore, so I'm just gonna put them aside. And now we're gonna have to cut again. Okay. For me, it's always easier to cut them into smaller pieces. That way it's easier to hold the paper with your scissors, especially since I'm using these big scissors, but you guys should have small scissors to use. So we're cutting one ear, then we're going to cut the other one. Here we go. 2 ears. And then your doggy arms. Guys, you can also get very creative. If you don't have brown paper, you can't find anything brown, you can just make them out of white cardboard or cardstock and paint them or color them brown. Okay, so don't worry too much if you can't find any brown paper. You can just definitely color them and they will be fine. So now what I'm doing is I'm going back and trying to take off as much of the white as possible, just to make it look prettier. There's one, and I see that I have some white on the ears, so I'm trying to cut all of that so that you can only see the brown part. But you can leave it like that if you want, if it's not a big deal for you. So you cut. Okay, so now we're going to start putting it together. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to take the side of the face, and you're going to put glue on it. Okay, put glue all over it. Okay. Then you're going to take one arm and put it down like that. Of course, the brown facing the outside, because that's what's going to be glued to the paper, and the other one you can put at the same length, okay, so that it looks like this. And we're going to do the same thing with the ears. Okay, we're going to need more glue, so we're going to put one like that, and then the other one like that. Okay. All right. Here's a tricky part. Now you're going to grab more glue and put it on top of the yellow paper, or the part that's actually going to be the bookmarker. Okay. And then you're going to go back here on your puppy, put some glue on top of the upper part of the legs and the ear. Put some more glue on there. You want to make sure it's very sturdy. And then we're going to put it on top. I know right now it looks really, really weird, right? It doesn't really look like a puppy. Now, don't put any glue on this bottom part of the legs, because that's the part that is going to, you know, hold the page like that. Okay, so you have your puppy with the arms, and it's kind of like looking over your text or your paper or your book. All right, so we have that. Now what we're going to do is we are going to cut out from a little tiny piece of your brown paper, or you can even just color this one with a brown marker. We're going to make a little shape for a spot for the eye. And this is like no particular way of doing it, just a little spot. And as you can see, I cut that little spot. Move these aside. Now it's time to struggle peeling this again. So I'm going to peel it. Okay, this one worked fast. Okay, and you're just going to place it where you want it to be for the eye. And now you are going to take your black Sharpie and you are going to draw one eye and then another eye. Okay, so we have the eyes, and then for the nose you're gonna draw a little triangle like that. Okay, you're gonna color it in. Okay, you see that? going to color it in. And then you're going to draw one U to the side, one U to the other side so that it kind of looks like a W. And you're going to put some little dots in there. And then we're going to draw a tongue. Okay? So there we go. Now with my red pen or marker or color, you're just going to color in the tongue so that it looks cute. Okay. There we go. That's our bookmark. So I just want to put my name on it. You can put your name on it if you have any stickers. You can do it that way, or you can leave it like this. But I always like putting my name on my stuff, so I'm going to see if I can do that. Okay. Let's see. I put ID. I'm going to take an A. And these are some weird stickers that I've had for a long time. I'm going to take an M. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to take another A. R. I hope you guys don't have a long name like me, or that it's faster. And an S. Alright, so there goes my bookmark so that I can use when I'm reading books or your textbook or just on a notebook. It's really cool to use, and when you use it in your notebook, it kind of looks like the puppy is just peeking over your book. So I hope that you can make this and have fun, and you can use this in your school books or just regular books that you are reading, even in your Bible. So I hope to see you on Sunday. Join us for Children's Church on Facebook at 10 in the morning. Remember, we're starting a new series called Wise. We're going to learn from King Solomon. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon.